Hi guys, legoharrypotter 12 here, and today I've got another Hogwarts update. Now, quickly before I start, I'd just like to say I hope this video doesn't get too confusing because the geometry of all the roofs can be very complex. So, in front of me today, I've got the whole right side of Hogwarts, which contains the viaduct entrance, the bell towers, the astronomy tower, the owlery, the courtyard, and more. So, as I turn it, I'm going to talk through some of the buildings and how they've changed since my last update. Now, the viaduct entrance, which is the front corner in the view, has undergone probably the most changes, as there is now a roof on the top. Now, in a minute, I'll go and take a deeper look at all the roofs which have changed. However, other than the change in the roof, nothing else has changed, so we're going to spin these four base plates around and talk about the rest. So taking a close look at the roof, you can see how the roof with the bell tower all lines up nicely with the viaduct entrance roof. And if I look at an aerial shot, you'll see the central tower in the middle also lines it up. So as we spin this around, you'll see from another angle that last view. Now you will also notice that the long gallery has got some changes too. But also, taking a closer look at this part of Hogwarts, which I'm not actually sure what the name is, I've now got a hinge-outable section of the wall to reveal the divination classroom. On the left, you'll also notice there's some changes with the roof, and now it goes back further and all aligns nicer. Now, as hard as all these roofs were to build, it is quite hard to describe the changes with all the different angles and directions of the roofs. But overall, the changes that I've made have been to keep them all the same angle, to keep them all aligned, and you'll see later on in the video that all the roofs line up perfectly, making really nice, satisfying shapes. So, although it's quite hard to describe the changes that I've made, hopefully the videos that I'm going to show you will tell you what I've done. Now, in terms of updates to the long gallery, you'll also notice there's some new pillars on the second floor which match up with the first floor. Also, both the roof between the first and second floor and above the second floor have undergone changes to look better, and I really do like both of these changes. Also, I've added a Voldemort and Harry jewel at the top of these two towers, and I think it looks really cool. Spinning these base plates around even more, you'll see the bell towers, which play a pivotal role in lining up all the roofs and towers in Hogwarts, like the central tower. For example, they line up the long gallery centre with the central tower, which then lines up with the middle of the viaduct entrance. And as we spin Hogwarts around even more, you'll begin to see the courtyard, which is basically the newest section of Hogwarts. Although the courtyard has very little updates, the roofs, which all line up in a square, is still very satisfying to me. Now, you will also notice that the roof which connects the long gallery to the courtyard has been redone and now matches better with the whole roof dynamic. And in this short video here, you'll see a little bit better how the roofs line up, and the awesome tree in the middle also. From this angle here, you'll also see the owlery, which although it's not very new, I don't think I've actually shown off that much yet. So taking a close look inside, you'll see when I remove that wall piece, you can hinge it out to reveal the owls, tables, and letters inside. Now, you may be wondering why there are a couple buildings along the back, such as the two towers there and the astronomy tower, that aren't filled in. And that's purely just because they're not shown off that much, so I think I'm going to leave them be as they are with an open back to reveal their interiors also. From this angle here, you can also see a new section in front of the astronomy tower, which to me is a little bit like the top of the North Tower where Harry and Hermione rescue Sirius on Buckbeak. So when close up, you'll see that it's quite large, and inside actually has the slide for the Chamber of Secrets. So that's why I need this space. As we're now back at the beginning of the rotation, I'll give you one more fast rotation. So now I've changed the angle to be a bit higher, we can see the roofs better. So as you can see by my finger pointing, there's now the cross section in the viaduct entrance, which lines up with the two towers either side and the central tower. Now the spire on the central tower also lines up with the centre of the bell towers. And these two buildings either side of the central tower, or this one here can also hinge out, as I already said. These two buildings are in line as well. So spinning it around even more, you can see the new roof parts next to these two buildings, which I still don't know the name of. And also you can see the long gallery roofs, which line up nicely again, and the pillars also. Now the top of the roof in the long gallery also lines up again between the two bell towers and the central tower, and you can also see the duel between Harry and Voldemort here as well. Now these two bell towers here also line up with the tower on the right on the corner of the courtyard, which also lines up with the tower at the back in the courtyard, which then also lines up with the astronomy tower, the central tower, and the two buildings. Now this new roof segment here, from this higher angle, you can see how it makes a square in the courtyard, and where nearly had the Nick is, that's a new platform on the side of the bell towers. As we now begin to move towards the beginning again, you'll also see that the owlery does kind of line up with the two viaduct entrance towers, although that wasn't intended. Now, as I move back to the beginning, you'll see the centre of the viaduct entrance lines up with the intersection of the two side towers, which lines up with the central tower, which is in the middle of the two random buildings. But either way, the central tower between them still lines up with the middle of the two bell towers at the end. So that now is the end of the video. Thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this really confusing roof update. But I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.